Uh, Let me open up our slide deck. Can everyone see our slides? Good. Okay. So good morning, or it's not morning. Good afternoon. Um, we are going to be presenting on connecting to Hunter College Libraries, resources, and services. Who are we? My name is Zach Rouse. I am the head of access services here at Hunter College Libraries. I'm quite new, so you shouldn't feel bad if you don't recognize my name. I've only been here since May, and joining me and we'll be taking over a little bit later, talking about some of our services is my colleague Samantha Slattery, who's the research services librarian. Um, Brief agenda for this, we're going to talk about the libraries we have at Hunter College, our resources, library services, some tips on how to communicate about library resources and services to your students, a little conclusion, and then we'll have plenty of time for question and answer about anything related to using the libraries for your teaching and scholarship. So to start, what libraries do we have? At Hunter, we really have sort of five libraries and an affiliate. The main library is the Leon and Toby Cooperman Library in the East Building at the 68th Street campus. That's the main library. That's where Sam and I both work. It is the main library for Hunter College, covering sort of the full scope of our collecting and of the curriculum here at Hunter. Within the Cooperman Library are the archives and special collections. This is located on the fourth floor of the Cooperman Library, and available by appointment are manuscripts, printed materials, photographs, subjects, rare books, all sorts of things from Hunter College's unique and rich history. We're also home to the Social Work and Urban Health Public Library. I'm sorry, Urban Public Health Library, which is located in the Silberman building at 119th and 3rd Avenue, which serves the School of Social Work. It also serves Hunter's urban public health and community health education programs and the nutrition program. There's over 1,000 books on site at the Social Work Library, and the remaining roughly 35,000 books from the Social Work collection are now here at the Cooperman Library. Um, my colleague John Carey's here on the call as well. He works at the Health Professions Library, which is now located at 60 West Street, having relocated from the Brookdale campus. That serves the Hunter Bellevue School of Nursing. And again, because of the space, some of the collection materials are now here at the Cooperman Library. In addition, one of our affiliates is the Centro Library. Centro is the Center for Puerto Rican Studies. That's located on the lower level of the Silberman, the Social Work Library at the Silberman campus at 119th and 3rd Avenue. And their collection includes over 14,000 books, 2,500 dissertations and theses, historical newspapers, reading, microfilms, audio recordings, DVDs, and the archive of the Puerto Rican diaspora. And lastly, in the Hunter College Libraries is the Zabar Art Library, which is located on the 16th floor of the North Building here at the 68th Street campus. It's home to Hunter College art and art history, faculty publications, art periodicals, catalogs, raisonné, Hunter College gallery publications, a small circulating collection of art of recently published art books, and more of our art holdings are held here at the Cooperman Library in the East Building. In terms of library resources, we offer a wide variety of services to you, the faculty, and also to your students. Course Reserves is the general service we provide to hold physical and electronic readings for specific courses. So that may include books and DVDs behind our desk that can be checked out for 2 hours to use in the library. We'll also link to ebooks, articles available through the databases we subscribe to, that sort of material as well. We will also scan PDFs of readings if they're not available electronically. That's being integrated directly into Brightspace, which I'll talk a little bit more on the next slide because that's a noteworthy change. We're also home to the Technology Loans Desk. People who have been here a while may remember this being referred to as the AV desk. We have rebranded because we weren't lending out reel-to-reels or VCRs. AV is sort of an antiquated term. So Library Technology Loan Desk, we lend out laptops, iPads, related electronics. We actually do have a plug-in DVD player for those who don't have an optical drive in their laptop. We do have a large DVD collection. We We do have some cameras and tripods and things related to the School of Education as well, but primarily it's laptops and iPads, both for short-term and full semester use. Our branch libraries at Social Work, Zabar Art Library, and Health Professions Library also have laptops available for short-term use. Um, we do have printing here in the libraries, one of the primary places for public printing within Hunter College. I did not take notes of exactly where they are, but there are printers all over the library. Our desk staff can help you locate and troubleshoot if there's ever any problems with them. The interlibrary loan service, essentially should start with actually other CUNY libraries. So students, faculty, staff at CUNY libraries have access to other CUNY libraries, as well as the ability to request the delivery of books from other CUNY libraries. If you can't get what you need through CUNY, we also are able to request things from other SUNY libraries for delivery to our desk here. If you can't find it from CUNY or SUNY, we have an interlibrary loan service where we will ask literally around the world for certain resources. This can be hard copy books, sometimes it's DVDs, but also a lot of scanned readings, book chapters, excerpts of things that maybe Hunter College doesn't own. We do have a service to look for them. We also lend our resources out to other CUNYs and SUNYs and as well as to the broader scholarly community. So the big change in services this year is course reserves will now be integrated directly into Brightspace, the learning management system. This will allow us to have allow you, the faculty, teaching faculty, to have more control and ability to kind of customize and organize how your readings are organized. We have a standard organization, but if you're teaching and you want to restructure how they're organized by course week or whatever, that's within your power. It has some accessibility features that our previous platform, SpringShare, did not. There's an accessibility ally that will inform, people, users with disabilities, of exactly how accessible both the course in total and the individual readings are. And the other thing is it's greater security because it's behind single sign-on, which is an improvement. The Center for Digital Learning and Innovative Pedagogy, as well as ICIT and the libraries, are here to help you with this migration. So don't hesitate to reach out. With that, I'm going to stop screen sharing and I'm going to pass the baton and the screen off to my colleague, Samantha.
Thank you. So I am going to discuss library services and specifically with kind of the theme of asking you all to, not that our services are not also available to you as faculty, but with kind of the push for you to advertise our services to your students, so that we can help them, which in turn helps you as you are working on grading their assignments. So the first library service that I want to go over is what we call our Ask a Librarian service. The term like reference or research help might make more sense. But essentially, we want to make sure that you guys are aware that students and faculty and staff can essentially ask questions anytime to librarians. So you can ask questions via chat, email, or in person. So I'm going to jump out to the library website and it's that thing at the top. So the first thing I want to point out in terms of Ask a Librarian is this tab on the right-hand side here where it says Ask a Librarian. So a student or faculty member can start a chat with a librarian 24/7. So if you're ever assigning a research project or paper, letting students know either verbally or even honestly like on your research paper assignment sheet, letting them know that they can go to the library website and chat with the librarian 24/7 to ask questions about where to search, how to search. Maybe you're telling them that some of their sources need to be peer reviewed. They could come here and say to a librarian, like, I found this article. Is it peer reviewed? I can't tell. And the librarian will kind of like work through it with them. This is available, like I said, 24/7 because it's not just us staffing it. We're part of like a worldwide consortium of librarians that staff this. Also, students and faculty can ask questions of librarians at the reference desks at our various library locations. At the Cooperman Library, the reference desk is staffed with a librarian during the school year from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday through Thursday. And then during the more business hours on Friday and Saturday, and then technically no librarian Sundays. But they can always ask for in-person or chat help for a librarian that way. Next thing I want to discuss is research consultations. So another service that we would love for you to let your students know about, like as or when you are assigning research papers or projects. A big part of our job is providing one-on-one research consultations for students, also or faculty. I personally work with a lot of faculty on systematic and scoping reviews, but anytime someone's working on a research project and they feel like they might need some extra help, or they have a specific question, or they feel like they're not utilizing resources to their fullest extent, whatever they need, we are here to help. And so we actually have just launched a new scheduling system for our research consultations. So I'm excited to show you that. Back on the library website under help, where it says one-on-one consultation, if you click here, a student, faculty, or staff member can schedule a consultation like through this system. I don't want to say online because they can also schedule an in-person consultation. So the first thing you do is select a location. So you choose if you want to meet online or in person at one of these locations. So I'll choose online. And then I choose, is this a general consultation, or does it fall specifically into one of these categories? Or is it for a systematic or scoping review, like I mentioned before? And then you could say no preference, and you just see like who's available the soonest or whenever I need. Or maybe you choose a specific librarian because whatever, that librarian came to your class and provided a session or something. So this is something we would love for you to possibly like link on your Brightspace or slides or research assignment whenever you are assigning a research project. Final thing I want to show you guys is our kind of page that provides a lot of really useful videos for accessing and using library resources. The way we get to it on the library website is it's not great, but what we're going to do at the end of this is I'm going to provide links to everything, and I'm going to provide like a sheet that you can come back to. So these videos would be great. They're all hosted there. We have them on our website, but they're hosted on YouTube. So you could embed them directly into your slides or into your Brightspace. If you're assigning something where students maybe need to use one search to find like one article or a newspaper article or something, you could link a video showing them how to do that, like right in your Brightspace. So again, I'm going to provide a link to this, but I'll show you how to get there on the library website. If we click research guides here on the left, and then once we're on this page, we have a link on the right that says library help videos. And then it is a whole kind of like list of videos. Most of them are created by us. There's a few that are not ours that we just like really, really endorse because they're great videos. But most of them are Hunter College specific videos. So you could either link to this page generally for your students, or what I typically would do if I was going to like embed this in Brightspace or something is I would click watch on YouTube. I'm going to click pause so we don't hear someone's voice. It's trying to avoid that. And then I would just click share and get like the link or the embed code or something to put it onto Brightspace. Okay, back to my slides. Next thing I want to discuss is our 1-credit course called Library 100 Information Research. So the librarians teach a 1-credit course offered either in person, hybrid, or asynchronous. Most spring semesters, we offer all 3 of those, but sometimes, there might not be all 3 options available, but it is offered essentially every semester, every fall and spring. And this course introduces students to kind of like information sources and the structure of information, and provides a space for students to kind of like explore their information environment. All of our, not all, but like the vast majority of our students really enjoy the course. And a lot of them say, because we get a lot of seniors in the class, a lot of them say they really wish they had taken it earlier. So if you ever have a student that kind of like really expresses an interest in, research, looking for sources, or even librarianship, please feel free to let them know about our course. Like I said, we get a lot of seniors because it is one credit, but we would love to have earlier students as well. Finally, I want to talk about library instruction in your courses. So I've been saying, if you're assigning a research paper or project, show them Ask a Librarian, show them research consultations. What you can also do is request that a librarian actually either come to your classroom, or you could bring your class to the library and we can provide a session that's actually tailored to your assignment. So we'll look at your assignment, we'll discuss it with you, and we'll kind of create a session for your class that like meets them where they are in that project. Like maybe they've been working on it for a few weeks, so we ask them how it's going and we work together. Or maybe they've just been introduced to this research project and we're getting started. So it meets them where they are, and we kind of look at resources and databases that would be especially useful for whatever it is you're assigning. Like maybe they need to look at, census records or something, or maybe it's more of a standard, like we're looking for peer-reviewed articles in the field of education. So it's tailored right to your assignment. So I have a link right here, but on the library website, under services, sorry, where is it? I'm finding it. Oh, services, library instruction. We have a page kind of detailing all of that. We have a link to information about that course I was describing. And then finally, a request library instruction link right here. One other thing I want to kind of point out while we're here is under help, we also have a link to subject librarians. So if someone did request a consultation in a specific subject area, or if you wanted an instruction session, it would typically be provided by a librarian who partners directly with your department. And so, yes, you can use all of the links that I've shown, like, to request instruction, to request consultations, but you also are very, very encouraged to always just reach out to the librarian that's listed under your department to kind of see how you guys can work together. Okay, so the last thing, I see a bunch of things in the chat. I don't know if there's questions or just a bunch of links. Thank you. The last thing I want to show you guys is a document that we're making available. We have a QR code and then a tiny URL here to hopefully make this really, really easy for you to essentially advertise or market library services. Oh, I guess that's not going to work. Advertise or market library services to your students. So we've created this document that provides links to, I think, most of what we've gone over, and then language that can be copy and pasted directly into your syllabus or onto your slides, onto your research assignment, or your Brightspace course, just describing library services and providing the information students need to know. So we have information about if you use course reserves and there are physical items in the library, electronic items, letting students know about technology loans. For example, if you're teaching a course that requires a certain type of calculator, it's possible that that calculator is loaned out by the technology loan desk, so you might want to let them know that in your syllabus. Letting them know about printing, and then finally, most near and dear to my heart, letting them know about Ask a Librarian and research consultations. So if you guys provide this information to them, like right in your Brightspace or research consultation form, that really helps them to feel comfortable using these services and hopefully getting the help that they are entitled to and need. So I think the link's been shared a few times, but I'll make sure I stick the link to that document in the chat when I finish talking. But thank you so much. We are always here for questions, so please don't hesitate to email us. And we're happy to take any questions now. If there are any.
Thank you so much. So I have questions, but we're going to open it up to Q&A. So